Imagine each day as a blank canvas with a brush in your hand. That brush? It's the choices you make daily. The question is, what will you paint? Each day is an opportunity to improve, to sharpen your skills, refine your thinking, and elevate your life. But improvement doesn't happen by chance. You have to make it happen. One of the greatest lessons I've learned is this: success is simply a few simple disciplines practiced every day. Failure, however, is a few errors in judgment repeated over time. The difference between failure and success lies in these small daily improvements. It's not about big changes, but the small ones that make the biggest difference over time. The first thing you need to improve daily is your attitude. Your attitude is the foundation of your life, shaping how you see the world, approach problems, and relate to others. Improve it just a little each day, and you'll see how everything else starts to shift. Attitude isn't just about how you feel, it's how you approach the world. Think of it like a magnet. A positive attitude attracts opportunities, while a negative one pushes them away. Small improvements, becoming a bit more optimistic, patient, or grateful each day, can open doors you never knew were there. Next, focus on improving your communication skills daily. Communication is central to success in life, whether you're talking to friends, making business deals, or connecting with family. It's not just about talking, but listening. Listening to understand, not just to respond. Great communication builds trust, clears misunderstandings, and strengthens relationships. So each day, work on being a better listener, expressing your ideas clearly, and chipping away at the rough edges of your communication style. The result? Better relationships, more influence, and a stronger sense of connection with others. Another critical area to improve daily is self-discipline. Self-discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishments. It's the drive to keep going even when it's uncomfortable. Without discipline, success is impossible. You could have the best goals and ideas in the world, but without the discipline to follow through, none of that matters. Think of self-discipline as a muscle. The more you work it, the stronger it becomes. Start small. Wake up 15 minutes earlier, exercise even if you don't feel like it, and stay focused on your work without distractions. Over time, these small acts of discipline create massive results. Part of self-discipline is building habits that support your goals. When you turn actions into habits, they become automatic, requiring less effort over time. For example, reading 10 pages of a good book daily doesn't need willpower once it becomes a habit. Discipline becomes effortless, and the habit takes over. I knew someone talented yet undisciplined. He'd start projects with enthusiasm but never finish them, constantly chasing new ideas and leaving old ones incomplete. I told him to start with small projects, build the discipline to follow through, and now he's incredibly successful. Discipline was his key. Another way to improve your mindset is by challenging your limiting beliefs. Many of us are held back by our own thoughts rather than external circumstances. We think we can't do something simply because we haven't done it before, or because someone once told us we're not good enough. But limiting beliefs are just thoughts, and thoughts can be changed. Replace "I can't do this" with "I'm learning how to do this," or "I'll never be successful" with "I'm on the path to success." Shift your beliefs each day, and over time you'll find that your whole outlook on life changes. I once knew a man who struggled deeply with his mindset. He had a habit of focusing only on the negatives in life, seeing every obstacle as insurmountable and every failure as final. This perspective left him stuck in a cycle of frustration and inaction. No matter how hard he tried, he couldn't seem to move forward. One day, I decided to sit down with him and share some insights that had helped me. I told him, "You've got to work on your mindset. It's crucial to stop focusing on what's wrong and start focusing on what's possible." He took my advice to heart and began with small steps. Each morning, he read a few pages from an uplifting book to start his day on a positive note. At night, he began practicing gratitude, reflecting on the good things in his life, no matter how small. Gradually, he shifted his focus from dwelling on problems to actively seeking solutions. Over time, this shift transformed his mindset and ultimately his life. He became more confident, more resilient, and as a result, more successful. This transformation all started with the daily practice of improving his mindset, illustrating just how powerful our thoughts can be in shaping our realities. Next, let's discuss time management. Time is a unique resource. We all have the same amount of it, but how we choose to use that time makes all the difference in our lives. Time is precious. Once it's gone, you can never get it back. If you want to achieve great things, you must learn to manage your time wisely. The good news is that time management is a skill you can improve every day. Today, for instance, you might work on setting clear priorities for your day. Tomorrow, focus on eliminating distractions that waste your time. The next day, practice saying no to tasks and commitments that don't align with your goals and values. Each small improvement in how you manage your time adds up significantly over time. It's essential to recognize that being busy is not the same as being productive. Often, we find ourselves caught in the trap of busyness, tackling tasks that do not contribute to our long-term goals while neglecting the more important tasks that really move the needle. To combat this, start your day with a plan. Take a few moments each morning to map out your priorities and identify the most crucial things you need to accomplish. What can you delegate or eliminate to free up your time? It's equally important to remember to plan your breaks. Rest is just as vital as action, and without time to recharge, you risk burnout. I've worked with many individuals over the years who claimed they just didn't have enough time to get everything done. I remind them that they have the same amount of time as everyone else. It's not about having more time, but about using what you have more effectively. Improving your time management is a daily practice, and with each passing day, you can gradually enhance this skill, leading to a smoother and more fulfilling life. Now let's talk about the importance of continually building and improving your knowledge. In today's fast-paced world, knowledge is power, and if you're not learning, you're falling behind. The more you know, the more you can do, and the more value you can provide in your professional and personal life. To stay ahead, you must commit to improving your knowledge every single day. How can you do this? It's quite simple. Make it a habit to read, listen, and study regularly. For example, today, you might read an article related to your industry. Tomorrow, you could listen to a seminar on personal development, and the next day, take a course to enhance your skills further. Each small investment you make in learning adds up over time, making you more knowledgeable and more prepared for whatever challenges life throws your way. It's also vital to recognize that learning doesn't stop when you leave school. In fact, that's often when the real learning begins. Formal education might help you secure a job, but self-education is what can lead you to real success and wealth. The most successful people in the world are lifelong learners. They never stop striving to improve their knowledge and skills because they understand that the more they learn, the more opportunities will come their way. Next, let's discuss your finances. It's important to understand that your financial situation is not just something that happens to you. It's something you actively create. Just like any other area of life, managing your finances requires daily attention and improvement. Whether you're trying to get out of debt, build wealth, or simply create a more secure financial future, it starts with making small, consistent improvements every day. Most people have a basic understanding of how to earn money, but often lack the knowledge and skills to manage it effectively. As a result, many find themselves constantly struggling financially, regardless of how much they earn. The good news is that you can improve your financial situation with small, deliberate steps. For example, today, you could start by tracking your expenses to understand where your money is going. Tomorrow, create a simple budget to ensure you're living within your means. The next day, set aside a small percentage of your income for savings or investments. These small steps can add up significantly over time. It's crucial to realize that it's not about how much money you make, but how much you keep and grow. Some people might earn a lot but spend it just as quickly, living paycheck to paycheck and remaining on the edge of financial instability. Conversely, others who earn less can save, invest, and build wealth because they have learned and applied the principles of financial management. You don't need to be a financial expert to improve your finances. What you need is the willingness to make small, smart decisions every day. One of the best pieces of financial advice I ever received was this: spend less than you earn and invest the rest. It sounds simple, but it's incredibly powerful. If you commit to living by that principle every day, you will secure your financial future. The key, however, is discipline, the ability to delay gratification today for the sake of financial freedom tomorrow. Now, let's focus on personal development. Life is fundamentally about growth. If you're not growing, you're stagnating, and if you're standing still, you're likely falling behind. Each day, you should strive to become a better version of yourself. It's not about perfection. It's about making consistent progress in who you are, how you think, and what you do. Personal development is a lifelong journey, and it's one you cannot afford to neglect. Today, perhaps you could work on enhancing your self-awareness, understanding your strengths, weaknesses, habits, and tendencies. Tomorrow, focus on developing a new skill that will benefit you in your career or personal life. The day after, dedicate time to improving your emotional intelligence, learning how to manage your emotions and relate better to others. Each of these small improvements contributes to your overall growth, and over time, you'll find you've evolved into the person you always knew you could be. One of the best things you can do for your personal development is to set clear and specific goals that challenge you to grow. However, it's essential that these goals align with your values, passions, and purpose. This journey isn't just about achieving more. It's about becoming more. It's about becoming the kind of person capable of reaching those goals. Each day, take small actions toward your goals. Maybe today you commit to reading one chapter of a personal development book. Tomorrow, practice a new habit for just 10 minutes. The next day, reflect on your progress and adjust your course as necessary. These small, consistent actions propel you forward on your personal growth journey. Remember, personal development isn't only about acquiring new knowledge. It also involves unlearning beliefs and habits that no longer serve you. Sometimes, to truly grow, you must let go of old habits, beliefs, and ways of thinking that are holding you back. Personal development is not a one-time event. It's an ongoing process where you are constantly learning, evolving, and growing. The more you commit to this journey of self-improvement, the more you'll find that your life improves in every area. One of the most powerful lessons I've learned about personal development is this: You attract what you become. If you want to attract success, you must embody success in your habits, thinking, and actions. If you desire great relationships, you must first become the kind of person who is worthy of those relationships. If you wish to attract abundance, you need to cultivate an abundant mindset. This is something you can work on every day, gradually improving yourself by becoming more disciplined, focused, positive, and successful, even if it's just a little each day. Next is purpose, which is one of the most important aspects of a fulfilling life. Purpose gives your life direction. It's the reason you get up in the morning and the motivation that drives you to keep moving forward, especially during tough times. The key is to work on your purpose every day. This means constantly refining it, deepening it, and living it out in everything you do. Some people might say, "Jim, I don't know what my purpose is," and that's perfectly okay. Purpose isn't something you find all at once. It's something you discover and develop over time. You can improve your sense of purpose a little every day. For instance, today, spend some time reflecting on what's truly important to you. Tomorrow, take a small step in the direction of your dreams. The next day, align your actions with your core values. Each day, you can make progress toward living a life of purpose, and before you know it, your purpose will become clearer, stronger, and more fulfilling. Here's the thing. When you live with purpose, everything else in your life falls into place. Your work becomes more meaningful, your relationships deepen, and your challenges transform into opportunities for growth. Purpose serves as the foundation upon which a fulfilling life is built. I once met a man who had everything: money, success, fame, but he was deeply unhappy. Despite his achievements, he couldn't figure out why he felt this way. One day during our conversation, I asked him, "What's your purpose? What's the reason you're doing all of this?" He couldn't provide an answer. He had spent so much time chasing success that he lost sight of why he wanted it in the first place. I told him, "You've got to find your purpose, and you need to live it every day." He took that advice to heart and started focusing on what truly mattered to him: helping others, making a difference, and living a life of significance. You know what? His entire life changed. He found happiness, fulfillment, and a sense of peace he had never experienced before, all because he committed to the daily practice of living with purpose. Another essential aspect to work on every day is gratitude. Gratefulness is one of the most powerful emotions you can cultivate, and it has the ability to transform your life in ways you might not even imagine. When you focus on what you're grateful for, you shift your attention away from what's missing in your life and direct it toward what's already good. This shift in perspective allows you to attract more positivity into your life. Being grateful is something you can practice every day, and it doesn't require much effort. Perhaps today, you take a moment to appreciate the people in your life who support you. Tomorrow, you might focus on the small blessings you often take for granted: your health, your home, your job. The next day, you could express gratitude for the challenges that have helped you grow. When you embrace gratitude, your mindset shifts from one of scarcity to one of abundance, and over time, you'll notice that your entire outlook on life changes. Consider this. Have you ever had a bad day where everything seemed to go wrong? We've all been there. But here's the secret. Even on those challenging days, there's always something to be grateful for. Maybe it's the lesson you learned from a mistake, or perhaps it's the strength you gained from overcoming a challenge. By focusing on gratitude, even the tough times can become valuable lessons. Gratefulness is one of those things that multiplies the more you practice it. The more you focus on what you're grateful for, the more you'll discover to be thankful for. It's like a snowball rolling down a hill, gaining momentum and growing larger with each day that you practice it. Here's the best part. When you live with gratitude, you attract more of the things you appreciate into your life, creating a positive cycle of abundance, joy, and fulfillment that strengthens with each passing day. However, being grateful isn't just about feeling good. It's also about taking action. When you're truly grateful for something, you want to give back, contribute, and help others make a difference. This is another reason why gratitude is so powerful. It not only improves your own life, but also inspires you to enhance the lives of those around you. As you make gratefulness a daily practice, you begin to change not just your perspective, but also your behavior. Gratefulness softens you, making you more generous, patient, and compassionate. When you focus on what you have and appreciate both the small and big blessings in your life, you start to release that sense of scarcity and fear of not having enough. This transformation is powerful because when you stop living in fear, you begin to embrace abundance. Living in abundance is one of the greatest shifts you can make in your life. Gratitude is like a muscle. You need to work on it daily for it to grow strong. Each day, take a moment to reflect on what you're grateful for. It doesn't have to be monumental. Perhaps today, you're grateful for the sunshine. Tomorrow, you might appreciate the fact that you have food on your table. The next day, you could express gratitude for the lessons learned through hardship. Whatever it is, find something to appreciate, even if it's small. The key is not the size of the thing you're grateful for, but rather the act of being grateful itself. And remember, being grateful doesn't mean ignoring problems or pretending everything is perfect when it's not. Life has its challenges, but when you practice gratitude, you develop the resilience to face those challenges without becoming overwhelmed. You learn to say, yes, this is hard, but I'm still grateful for the strength I have to get through it. Gratefulness shifts your focus from what's wrong to what's right, giving you the energy, courage, and perspective to keep moving forward. I remember a woman I knew who was going through a very difficult period in her life. She had lost her job, her relationship had ended, and she felt lost. Every day seemed like a struggle. One day we sat down together, and I told her, "You've got to find something to be grateful for, even amidst this storm." Initially, she thought it was impossible, but she started small. Each day, she wrote down one thing she was grateful for, no matter how insignificant it seemed. Slowly, day by day, her perspective began to change. She started to see opportunities where she once perceived only obstacles. Eventually, she rebuilt her life and is now happier and more successful than ever before. She attributes her transformation to the practice of gratitude. There's one more thing I want to emphasize about gratitude. It's contagious. When you express gratitude, people around you notice, and it inspires them to see the good in their own lives. Your generosity encourages others to be generous, and your appreciation for life can lift others out of their negativity. So, think about your life right now. Consider the areas we've discussed: your attitude, communication, discipline, relationships, mindset, time management, finances, personal development, purpose, and gratitude. How many of these areas could benefit from just a little improvement every day? What would your life look like if you committed to making those small daily enhancements? The key to lasting change isn't found in making one giant leap. It lies in the small, consistent actions you take every day. That's where the real magic happens, and that's where transformation occurs. I've seen it repeatedly. People who commit to improving just a little bit each day, who focus on the process rather than solely on the outcome, end up achieving extraordinary things. Why? Because success is the natural result of small disciplines repeated over time. So, what small improvement can you make today? What's one area of your life where you can start applying these principles right now? Maybe it's your finances. Perhaps you take a closer look at your spending and make a minor adjustment. Maybe it's your relationships. Reach out to someone and express your appreciation for them. Whatever it is, start today. Don't wait for the perfect time or the ideal circumstances. Begin with what you have, where you are, and commit to improving a little each day. I want to know, what's one small thing you can do today to start building that discipline? What's one area of your life where you can begin making those small daily improvements? Remember, it doesn't have to be big, it doesn't have to be perfect, it just needs to be consistent. Because over time those small actions will compound, and before you know it, you'll find yourself standing in a place you never thought possible. And always remember the power of purpose. It gives meaning to all these daily improvements and serves as the why behind everything you do. When you have a clear sense of purpose, everything else begins to fall into place. Your discipline strengthens, your gratitude deepens, and your motivation becomes unshakable. Take some time to reflect on what's truly important to you. Align your daily actions with your values, and seek ways to serve others. Every small step you take brings you closer to a more purposeful and fulfilling life. Life is a journey made up of small daily steps, and every day is an opportunity for improvement. So, what will you improve today? What small action will you take to move closer to the life you envision for yourself? It's about taking one step at a time, and you'll be amazed what you can achieve. Remember, success isn't just something to be chased after. It's something that is attracted by the person you become through these daily practices. Embrace the journey of self-improvement, live with purpose, practice gratitude, and you will undoubtedly find yourself living a life filled with meaning, joy, and fulfillment.